Good morning, everyone. Happy Top Talent Tuesday. I hope everybody is doing well. It is April here from ALL4HR Business Solutions. How's your morning going? How's everybody doing? I got my wish for my fall weather. It feels absolutely wonderful out here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. For those of you who don't know who I am April Halliburton of ALL4HR Business Solutions, and I am an expert small and mid-sized HR business partner, consultant, and visionary. And so I help small business owners across the country with five at the minimum. Sometimes I deal with mostly a lot of micros, but 5 employees, no more than 50. And I help them in 4 ways. So I help them through 101 consulting on HR challenges in their business. I also help small and mid-sized businesses set up their HR processes, strategies, and procedures in their business so they don't have to worry about their HR. The second way that we help small business owners is through group coaching, group coaching programs. And the third way is we do done for you programs, where we go in and set up this small business goal and set up your HR processes and your employee handbook, your new hire orientation. We have our Evergreen program, which is our HR foundation that teaches small businesses how to do that. In our Done For You program, we actually set your processes up and procedures up in your business. Fourth way is we actually manage small businesses as their HR business partner. Okay, and so in that aspect, we manage the whole team. We do recruiting, hiring, training and development, progressive discipline, performance management, and we put all of these things in place for you. Okay, so that's how we help you. Okay, I love what I do. I enjoy helping people or small businesses with their HR challenges so that they can build the workforce culture that they love and are proud of. Okay, so that's what we do here. Today I am dropping in, and we are good morning. We are dropping in, and I am, this week is navigating compliance and legal issues. That's what we're working on this week. Okay. And I want you to drop your questions. If you have questions for me, love to have them. Okay. But you're going to need this video, you want to save. Okay. Because we're going to talk about compliance and legal issues. And we're going to talk about the most common compliance issues in businesses. Okay. And these issues that we're talking about are all issues that can lead to legal problems. And when we say legal, we mean kind of costly. Okay. We focus on HR risk management here. And what does that mean? It means that we do the strategies, we put the policies and the procedures in place to avoid, the HR mistakes. Okay. So the first one that is a common mistake is misclassifying employees. Okay. A lot of good morning. A lot of small businesses, and I cannot tell you how many conversations I've had with business owners when they say, "Oh, I have independent contractors." Okay, good for you. Okay, that's independent. There is nothing wrong with having independent contractors. Okay, but independent contractors have to be independent contractors. They can't be employees that you're calling independent contractors. Okay, and so there are some ways that you can distinguish what is an independent contractor and what is an employee. Okay, who are your independent contractors and who are your employees? There are several companies that work with both. Okay, but the number one way is controlling time. Okay, if you have an independent contractor that is working 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or part-time, they're working 3 days, 9 to 2. That's not a part-time independent contractor. That's a part-time employee. Independent contractors control their own time. Okay? Independent contractors are also responsible for their own taxes. So you don't, as an employer, you don't withhold their taxes. Okay? All right. So that's our first one. First, number one is making sure that you're classifying your employees correctly. Okay. And then keeping proper records. That can be pull your hair out. Okay, you can pull your hair out with record keeping. Okay, you can pull your hair out with record keeping. Okay, and so I'm writing a note here. And so record keeping is very important when you make sure that your for one example is I-9s, making sure your I-9s are filled out correctly, right? They're updated when, say, for instance, you bring an employee back or rehire them within a certain amount of time, right? And that your I-9s are updated from the time that during the pandemic, right? When everything was handled electronically. Okay, so now you have to make sure that those are updated. Okay. And so to avoid record keeping mistakes, you want to have a reliable system to track your work hours, pay, employee details, keep your payroll and HR records organized and up to date for at least 3 years to stay okay. My internet is kind of acting up here. Sorry about that. Okay, so make sure you have an HR information system. Let me know if you, just tell me if you don't have an HR system. Can you tell me in the chat if you don't have one? If you don't have an HR information system, let me know. Okay, make sure you have it because this is key to staying on top of your record keeping. Okay, sound good? I'm telling you, so much easier when you have a record keeping, a HR information system. Okay, and there are tons of them out there. My favorites are Bamboo HR, Zenefits, Rippling, OnPay. Those are just a few. Gusto is okay, but there's tons of them out there, and they're very cost effective. Okay, so check those out. I got my big cup of coffee, folks. Yeah. Okay. So, record keeping. That's another mistake. Another mistake is ignoring overtime rules. Again, all of these mistakes, folks, You do not want to get caught up with the DOL, I think Department of Justice, Department of Labor. You don't want to get caught up with any of these problems. And so you have to make sure that you're still on top of these things, okay? Ignoring overtime rules, not paying the proper overtime rules. That's why you need an HR information system, right? That does timekeeping, right? Where your employees clock in and clock out. One of my favorite timekeeping systems that's not a part of, but like Zenefits, Bamboo HR, and Zenefits, Bamboo HR, and Rippling have timekeeping in there to where your employees can and your independent contractors can log in and log out. You don't want to. I hope you're not using the little time card thing still. Now, I do find a lot of small business owners that still, in addition to using their HR information system, they'll keep a paper record like for the week or something like that. But if you are ever audited, you don't want to pull out all these pieces of paper, right? You want to be able to have a tracking system that is easy and that's going to keep you from pulling out your hair. Okay, so make sure you have an HR information system. You want to avoid those because those are federal, state, and local violations, and overtime, federal, state violations rather. And most employees should be paid time and a half. You know that. So anything over 40 hours. And you want to track those hours carefully and and ensure your payroll reflects any overtime due, okay, correctly, okay? So that's important. Make sure that you are keeping track of your timekeeping with your employees and in contractors, okay? So and contractors, you want to keep time of them with them as well. Okay, so there you go. That's it. Do not ignore your overtime rules. All of these are costly mistakes, people. We don't want. These are just headaches you just don't want. Okay, these are just headaches you just don't want. You just don't want these. Okay. Overlooking workplace safety standards. That's another one because a lot of businesses can be really lackadaisical when it comes to workplace safety. Whether it's in the office, whether it is on in a industrial setting or industrial environment, however that looks for you. This can also be a costly mistake. Because it can lead to accidents, right? And that is costly, right? So to avoid them, you want to follow OSHA, the occupational safety and hazard administration guidelines. And those OSHA ensures that your workplace meets the safety standards that it needs now, especially in, like I said, an industrial or factory setting. And make sure your employees are trained on safety procedures. Good morning. Make sure they're trained on those as well, because all of these will come back and bite you. Okay, every one of these issues will bite you. Every single one of them. Okay. So if you don't want to put yourself in these predicaments, okay? OSHA, make sure you have your standards. You are complying with the standards to keep your employees trained and safe. Okay. Now the next one is failing to follow proper hiring practices. This is another one, and this one is really easy to is really easy to manage. Okay, because with onboarding, we talk about on recruiting, hiring, and onboarding. And so you want to make sure that you're verifying your employees are right to work in the U.S. or and not skipping background checks. Again, all of these can be costly. Okay, these are all costly problems. Every one of them. Okay, so make sure you're using your I-9 form to verify your employees' eligibility and the background checks. Okay, make sure that your employees have all the necessary uh, paperwork. So that means like driver's license or state IDs are I haven't had enough coffee yet. They're valid. They're not expired. Okay. If they are using a passport, make sure it's not expired. Though if they're expired, they're unacceptable. Okay. All right. And so the next one we'll talk about a little bit about is our offering required benefits. Now, this is one that a lot of micro businesses overlook. And that when we say required benefits, you want to make sure you're looking into things like FMLA if an employee needs it. Okay. But like, in health insurance, depending on what state you're in, health insurance may be required. Okay, so I definitely encourage you to offer health benefits to your employees, regardless of what size you have or what size workforce you have. Benefits have become so much more affordable. And when we think about health benefits, folks, we think of how we once, when we were, years ago, how important it was when you joined a company that offered health insurance, and how difficult it is for individuals to manage without health care for themselves and their families. Okay, so if you have questions about health care, let me know. Just drop them below. Okay, can you do that for me? Okay. All right, so we're moving right along here. So the next one is inadequate employee training. Please make sure you are training your employees. That is the easiest way to lose good employees, is by not training them correctly. Whether it is when you bring them on board initially, whether it is when you implement a new process in their business, hiring, you may change the procedure for training, for hiring. Whether it's a software platform or a new program you've implemented, whatever that looks like, please make sure your employees are adequately trained. Okay, because that will lead to your employees not being able to correctly deliver to your clients. Okay, So that's very important. All right. So you want to regularly train your employees, especially on workplace policies. We talked about this yesterday about how you as an employer, you have to train your employees. You should do discrimination and sexual harassment and safety harassment yearly, at least once a year. And keep records of your completed training sessions to prove that you're being compliant. Okay, I actually right now have a sexual harassment and discrimination training program on my website. If you're interested, it has the workbook with it, and you would love it. Okay, but check that out. If you haven't done it for the year, make sure you do your training with your employees. Okay, all right. Oh, this is stuff y'all don't want to hear, but I got it for you. I'm here to tell you I'm here to give it to you. Okay, I'm here to tell you. Okay, because I don't want you in trouble. I want you to worry about, and I don't want you to worry about it. I want you to focus on growing your business. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Michelle. I am my glasses. I have on my other glasses. But good morning, good morning. But I have it for you. Okay. These are things that will keep you keep you from losing weight. Losing sleep. Okay. Keep your work culture safe, your employees safe, happy. Okay, because all of these are a reflection of how you feel about your team members, about the ones that you have brought onto your workforce to grow your vision. Okay, so make sure your employees are trained. Alrighty. Neglecting anti-discrimination laws. Okay, this is another one. All of these I keep telling you these are all things that can cost you hugely in your business. And this is something I don't want to see. Okay, I don't want you to have to go through any of these, go through the problem of having to work to deal with any of these issues because of any violations. Okay, all right, so discriminating during your hiring, your promotions, and firing based on race, gender, or any other protected classes. Okay, so when you're hiring, okay, and making those employment decisions, they should be based solely on qualifications and performance. Okay, you should also train your managers on equal employment opportunity laws and have clear non-discrimination policies in place. Okay, so you want to train your managers as well. Okay, on what to look for when you are bringing employees, new hires on, and what to look for when you are doing promotions, as well as terminations. Okay. The next one is, this is a big one. Missing payroll deadlines. This can really drive you crazy. Okay. So that's why I say you want to have an HR information system in place to make sure you know when deadlines are coming so that you can get them done. Failing to deposit or report payroll taxes on time. Using your payroll software to hire a payroll service to help you calculate. That's why you don't want to be trying to figure out taxes and things like that on your own. You need an HR information system or a / payroll system that's going to do that for you. Okay, and stay aware of your IRS deadlines and avoid those costly mistakes. Okay, that's why you need someone doing your payroll, your HR manager, a consultant, or a business partner, but somebody that is handling these aspects for you. Each one of these. Okay, and then lastly, not keeping up with the changes in labor laws. Okay, falling behind, making sure that you are staying aware of the minimum wage increases or the paid leave mandates as they come along. So you want to stay abreast of these. All right. So you can subscribe to HR newsletters. Okay. One of the things that that's very important to talk about is the HR information system and your payroll system. They will keep you abreast of these things. Okay. So that's why you want to have HR information system. You don't want to go it alone, folks. Okay. So that's what we have. Okay, I've dropped 10 of the most common mistakes. Again, and this week we're talking about navigating compliance and legal issues. Okay, so if you have questions, do me a favor and please drop them below. I will also come back and answer your questions for you. So feel free to watch this on replay. Share the video or the link if you like to your colleagues. Also, don't forget to follow the YouTube, April Halliburton, ALL4HR Biz. So you can go there, and these videos are there, so you can watch them. And we talk about tips. I'm always selling or sharing tips and strategies to help you. Okay, to keep you compliant, so that you don't have to worry about HR. You want to focus on growing your business, right? I'm here for it. Okay. Also, you want to join our free Facebook group, which is the Small Business Human Resource Management Success Hub. Okay, you can join that. It's a private group. Share all kind of goodies in there, and come on over. Okay. That's our Facebook group. And follow us on Instagram at ALL4HR. We're at Twitter, ALL4HR. And we're on LinkedIn at ALL4HR Business Solutions. And I have a free Facebook on LinkedIn as well, which is called ALL4HR. Works for you. All righty. I think that's what I have. So we are still, I'm going to push it out until Monday. We're still looking for 4 business owners across the U.S., in the U.S., must be U.S. based, to work with ALL4HR for 30 days on your HR. Okay. We'll be doing this. We'll make the decision on this coming Monday, which is the 30th. And if you are interested in working with us, we'll do an employee handbook for you, either updated or do it from scratch. We'll also do your new hire orientation, your onboarding program, onboarding experience, your employee package, review your HR information system. And you'll have a choice of completing one of our the Evergreen program or HR Foundation program, one of the modules. And there are 11 modules in there. And so you have a choice of one of those, whether it's performance management or developing an employee complaint system, workplace wellness, job descriptions, name it. Okay. So that's what we are doing. We want to work 4 people, and this is completely free. We're looking for only 4 individuals, 4 business owners. There are a couple of requirements. One of the requirements is you have to be in business for a minimum of 3 years. Okay, minimum of 3 years. This has to be a legitimate business. It can also be a nonprofit. But it has to be in business for a minimum of 3 years. No gigs. It has to be a legitimate business. With a minimum of 5 employees. Okay, a minimum of 5. No more than 50. And you have to be US based. Those are the requirements. That's it. Okay. And so I am here that is. Okay. And then I am going to drop the link here. It's working slow here. Okay, I'm going to drop that link. I'm having trouble pulling up Bitly. So I can give you the application. I'll drop that link down here shortly. I don't know why it's okay. I don't know why something's going on with my internet is working slow today. It's giving me a bit of trouble. So give me a moment and I'll drop that down there for you, okay? Also the HR boot camp. Will begin on the 7th or the 14th. Okay, on the 14th. It's going to be 5 days. That will be on social media. So that'll be out today. And so we'll do recruiting and hiring. We're going to talk about or learn about progressive discipline. We're going to talk about toxic workplace problems, how to resolve them, how to create an inviting workplace. Okay. We're going to talk about, learn about 5 different things. You'll know what those are shortly. And it will be $57 for that program, for that 5-day boot camp. Okay. So that's what we've come up with on it, on the HR boot camp. I'm excited to get started with that. And I want you to join. Okay. So listen, that's what I have for you today. I want to thank you for joining me for coffee. Got my own coffee, got my big cup today. And it is Tuesday. I don't know why it feels like Thursday, so we got a few more days to go. But I'm enjoying the fall weather, and I hope you are as well. Okay. I have dropped the link for our where are you? Compliance checklist. We're talking about navigating I don't know what is wrong. Navigating compliance and legal issues this week. And so I have dropped the link here for you. Folks. So I am going to get going. I want you to have a wonderful wonderful day. If you want to chat about working with me one-on-one about with your HR issues, you can do so. Here is the link. Okay, schedule a chat with me to work with me one-on-one on your HR, whether it's how to recruit, whether you are dealing with toxic work environment, whether you're dealing with problem employees, name it. Okay, I've been in this industry for 12 years, and I am happy to help you, work with you, would love to work with you and help you get those things, your HR challenges ironed out so you can focus on growing your business. Okay? All right, so listen. Have a wonderful Top Talent Tuesday. Don't forget, the business can be like a circus. Don't let HR be the elephant in the room. Okay? And I want you to stay safe and be kind. Okay? Tomorrow's Winning Wednesday, so we'll have our Winning Wednesday blog. And don't forget about our Freedom Friday HR question. You can drop your Freedom Friday HR question, hashtag Freedom Friday HR question, on any of our platforms. We answer it live on Friday mornings. And if we select your question, you'll receive a gift. Okay? Sound cool? All right. So drop that Freedom Friday HR question. All right, folks. I will check you guys out later. Have a wonderful Top Talent Tuesday.